Y'all, welcome back.
Welcome back to the show.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get into our next segment, Joe.
Our next segment is either or.
Both and.
So I won the coin toss. So I'm
The what?
the coin toss.
There you go.
What I say?
The toy toss. The toy toss.
The coin toss. So I'm gonna answer first.
Okay.
So the question is, should Meg Thee Stallion have stayed quiet?
Ooh.
Since she didn't press charges, or should she have spoken up?
Okay. All right. Damn.
I think that she should have spoken up when she did with the IG Live.
Okay.
What do you say?
Should she have spoken up?
Or stayed quiet since she didn't press charges?
Nah, she should have spoken up either way.
So remember, it's not just about the either or, it's about the both and.
Right.
So even though she didn't press charges, I think she should have spoken up, because I think what was needed in that moment was community policing.
Ooh, speak more on that.
And we spoke about this in our last segment, Two Sides of the Same Coin, where, or no, we didn't even talk about it we talked about it, get them all mixed up. We talked about it in our deep dive.
In our deep dive, right? Yeah.
Yeah, make sure that you check out our deep dive on Patreon. And yeah, this was a way, like, she couldn't trust the cops at that point in time because they all could have got killed. So that really was out the window. Like, you're literally saving four lives.
That's true.
You know?
And yeah, kudos to her.
Exactly. For in that moment making that decision.
Real talk.
While you're shot. Like, right. I ain't never been shot before. I be fucking going through some things.
And because you don't know, like, the severity of the injury. So she could have thought it was just a foot injury, but she didn't know if it went other
like,
places.
Like, that pain. Like,
all that pain just going all throughout your body. That's brave right there. Actually.
Right? So yeah, I don't think... Because what is actual policing going to do? Oh, he may serve some time, maybe. He may pay a fine. Like, okay. Like, these punitive measures don't do anything, right? But as far as, like, rehabilitation. So I think what was needed in that moment was community policing. We needed people in our community to hold him accountable. And it was also, I think she spoke to get people off her back. Like, there was a lot of negativity towards her, and that's why she came forward and said what was happening. Because Tory Lanez didn't come out and say anything. And other than that, it was just like people speculating. So yeah, I think I agree with her speaking up to be able to speak up for herself, you know? Even though she didn't need to, because the public owes, like, you owe the public nothing.
Yeah, she didn't owe us anything.
Yeah.
That's good.
But in terms of community policing, and I don't mean this cancel culture. That is not community policing.
At all.
I mean people actually, like, rehabilitating Tory Lanez. Because, again, what the fuck was going on in your mind that you felt like it was okay to shoot somebody who was walking away?
I don't get to this day.
I'm just saying.
I don't get it.
So why did you say she should have spoken up?
It's her truth, yo. It's her truth. It's her experience. She's the one who's gone through the trauma. She has every right to say that. On top of the fact that, yeah, like you were saying, she held her own by handling the situation in real time. Do you know how difficult that must have been? To assess the whole situation and know to not say it at that moment to ensure the safety of everybody, including the motherfucker who just shot you.
Like, wow.
You know? So, hey, kudos to Meg Thee Stallion for keeping a cool, calm head and doing the smart thing, even though it wasn't necessarily in a just society, it wouldn't have been in her best interest, you know. But in this case, it was in her best interest. Because yeah, I agree with her. When she broke it down to her IG live, we don't know what would have happened.
I mean, again, we just had another case.
Like every week, another police officer.
So yeah,
Counting us down. So yeah, I mean, I see no problem with her saying what she said and handling again the situation the way she handled it, because the alternative outcome would have been potentially us saying R.I.P. Meg Thee Stallion, R.I.P. Tory Lanez, you know. And then it would have been totally. We wouldn't even be hearing about this. Y'all wouldn't have been able to even get your little jokes off and do all these little things. So it's like she handled herself, and she has every right to tell that story. It's her story. It's her truth. It's what happened to her, and it's part of her healing process, I believe, as well. So
yeah. Okay. The next question for either or. Did Meg Thee Stallion do something deserving to be shot? Or is Tory just a bitch ass nigga? I'm gonna let you choose which one.
I think y'all know my answer.
Tell us anyway. Let us hear it also.
Dun, 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 dun. Survey says Tory Lanez is a bitch ass nigga.
A bitch ass nigga.
I'm sorry. Like, go ahead. He's a bitch ass nigga. That's my take on it. I'm gonna go with that side.
Oh, I agree.
Oh, you agree?
I agree.
Look at that. Look at that.
All right.
We
So,
agree, my love. Ain't that something?
So tell us why.
You shot a woman while she was walking away, bruh. You shot a black woman. Our queens, the ones we're supposed to protect and cherish, for the record. You shot her while she was walking away from a negative environment, an argument, to her safety, to a place where she can calm herself down or reassess herself in a situation.
Or just get out of that environment.
Getting out of that toxic environment that she said she was in. And then you bring that negativity or that trauma or that hurt that you was going through in your mind, your body, your spirit, whatever it was, and then go and shoot at her in any way. And then it happens. Thank God that it was in a place that was non-lethal.
Yeah.
You know? But what else is there to say? That's a coward. That's a clown. That's somebody who is putting their hurt and their anguish onto somebody else because they're not strong enough to deal with it. And you being called out on that is not me being mean. It's not me being somebody who's too harsh. It's me calling you out on that shit and asking you to step up. It's real simple. I mean, as black men, if we're gonna be the men we claim to be, if we want to be these alpha men, we want to be these men who actually take care, provide, and protect, we need to do so in action and not just in words. That right there was the exact opposite action. So, I mean, what else do you want me to say? That's some punk ass shit.
And he's a bitch ass nigga.
Pretty much. That's my take.
So my take is of why he's a bitch ass nigga is because guns to me should only be used in a last result self-defense strategy. And anything outside of that, especially when it's intentional, especially when someone's back is turned,
Coward.
no matter, remove the gender,
Right.
remove the race or ethnicity,
Right.
you still a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah. Facts. I'm with you. Right? Come on. Back turn. walking away. Come on now. And then you put on top of that she's a black woman. Again, like you said, if you take all that away, you're already a bitch ass.
Yeah.
Like, it's already a wrap for you. But then you put on top of the fact that you know all the things black women go through in this country, what they've gone through historically throughout the world. And you know that they want to look for us for protection. They wish that they could have a partner that's going to help them.
Enhance them.
Right. And you do that shit.
That also shows me you as a person. Like, you're not able to resolve conflict resolution effectively using logic rather than emotion. It also shows me that you can't remove yourself from the situation.
Right. You can't be man enough to take yourself out of the situation. You know. Meg the Stallion was woman enough, mature enough.
Emotionally intellectual enough.
Bossed up enough to take herself out the situation. And then on top of that, handle the situation when more shit went down.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you the one who caused all that.
A bitch ass nigga.